Hi guys, it's Amy with A2Z Stamping, and today I wanted to make a Christmas card for you using the Darling Christmas stamp set. Isn't this so cute? So this stamp set, it's a clear mount stamp set, so they're the red rubber stamps. And it comes just with these three. So the Merry Christmas, Darling, Good Tidings of Comfort and Joy, I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day, and they're very large. They're only at 85% on here. So for instance, this little manger one, it's actually this big. So they're quite big, but I'm going to be using this one right here, and I'm going to make a quick and simple Christmas card using that. Okay, so I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock here. And let's see, what size is this? This Whisper White cardstock is cut at 3 inches by 5 1/4. So it's 3 inches by 5 1/4. And I have that giant bell stamp already mounted on here. It just barely fits on my E-block here. It is sticking out a little bit, but the actual stamped image is still on there. And I'm going to just ink it up in some black, basic black ink. Okay, and let's see. Let me get this nice and inked up. Sometimes with big stamps like this, I find it easier to ink it up this way. Let's see, does it look all nice and inked up? Okay, and then it's just barely going to fit. It's just barely going to fit onto this piece of Whisper White cardstock. So I'm going to do my best to line it up, and I want it toward the bottom part of this. So I'm going to just do my best. Let's see. Get it right here. And some of it's going to go off a tiny bit, and that's okay. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to press, and lift. There we go, and that's perfect. Okay, let me grab my Stampin' Scrub here. I need to get that wet a little bit. All right. Clean this off. Dry it off, and that's all clean, and I can put this back in my stamp case. All right. Okay, so here's what my stamped image looks like, and see, the bell came off just a tiny bit on either side. I was okay with that. I wanted it to be skinny like this, so that worked fine for me. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I grabbed 2 of my Stampin' Right markers. So I have Old Olive and I grabbed Real Red. So both of these you can buy either in the full Marvelous Markers collection, or both of these are from the Brights. So you can get these in the Brights collection, and the numbers are there at the bottom. So I'm just going to take this red one, and I'm going to fill in just all of the berries. And actually, for me, I'm going to just do all these circles. So if I'm using the broad end, you see how there's a thin end like for writing and journaling, and then this broader end, and so it makes it so quick and easy. But I just wanted a little pop of color on here, and so this was really easy to do. Okay, so there's the red. Okay, I got all those, and then I'm going to grab my Old Olive, and I'm just going to color in the leaves. Let's see, let's give these some color, and my holly. I just want to give a little, let's see, is that a leaf? Yep, that's a leaf. Get these guys. I don't want to color the snowflakes. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, just get in there. Okay. And I think that's all of them. All right. So see, it added just a little bit of color to that. All right, now I'm going to put my card together. So I have this piece of Real Red cardstock, and this one is cut at 3 1/8 by 5. Let's see. This would be 5, and I want to say it was just 1/8 more than 5 1/4. Let's check it here on my trimmer. I can measure a little bit better. 1, 2, yeah, and 3/8. All right, so it was 3 1/8 by 5 3/8. I know it's a kind of a weird measurement, but I wanted just barely any of, actually, before I glue this down all the way, what I want to do is I'm going to take some ribbon. I've got what is this? The Old Olive Mini Chevron ribbon. And I'm first going to wrap this, let's see, around the top. That's why I stamped it down toward the bottom. Okay, let me cut a little tiny piece off here. There we go. Now I can adhere this on. Okay. Oh my goodness. Come on, adhesive. Work with me here. There we go. Now I can finish doing my adhesive. All right, and this is going to go right on here. Let me make sure my ribbon's straight. And it's just barely going to show. So it's going to be even top to bottom, I think. Is it even? It just shows just a little bit. Okay. Get that on there. All right, that looks good. So see how there's just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of a border? Okay, and I'll finish my ribbon in a second. All right, next I have this piece of Designer Series paper. This is from the Merry Little Christmas Designer Series paper pack. This side's the black and white, this side's the Old Olive and the stripes. And I'm going to put this on there, just right in the center. So get it lined up to the very top. So there will be just a little bit showing at the bottom, and that doesn't look completely even, but that's okay. I'm going to live with it. All right, I have a piece of Whisper White, thick Whisper White cardstock here, and this is cut at 4 1/4 by 11. And so I want to score that right in the middle. So you would score it at 5 1/2. Let me grab my bone folder here. I like doing cards this way, so it opens like this. Fun, right? All right, now we're going to stick our adhesive on the back of this. And this, oh, I didn't tell you, my Designer Series paper measured exactly 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's exactly the same as the cardstock. So I'll just line it up like so and then press it on like that. So it covers the whole front, all right? And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one more piece of my ribbon and I'm going to tie a bow. And this was way more ribbon than I needed, but oh well. Okay, so tie a knot. And don't worry about if it's centered yet, because you can move it around. That's why I do this method. Okay. Okay, and let's make that a tiny bit smaller. There we go. And I'm going to trim my ends. They don't need to be quite this long. 1 and 2. And that is my card. Isn't that so cute? I heard the bells on Christmas Day. Do any of you go see A Christmas Carol? We go and see that every year. And here's one I did earlier. So exact same card. Isn't that so sweet? I love this bell. Seriously. So anyway, there's my darling Christmas card. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Guys, find me on Facebook. My group is A2Z Stamping. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.